All right, so Sheff United v West Ham at Bramall Lane. Not that that matters much anymore, which is a crying shame because I think Bramall Lane and the a sellout Yorkshire crowd was our biggest asset last season, and I think we're missing it like a hole in the head this season. I think you just have to look back to the last time we played West Ham at home at Bramall Lane. I wasn't fortunate to be there myself, but from the footage I've seen and speaking to people that were there, the atmosphere was electric. The sheer roar from the Bramall Lane Cop when your late equaliser was ruled out for handball was nothing short of biblical, and I think that's one of the main reasons. It sounds like a poor excuse, but I think not having fans there. I mean, there's many things wrong with Sheffield at the minute, but not having fans there isn't helping whatsoever, and we haven't adapted to it at all. This game coming up, as with most games this season, no optimism whatsoever. West Ham, I think you had a very good start to the season. Sort of petered out a little bit of late, but still a good start, I'd say. Still quite a solid start, a much better start than we have. But then again, everyone's had a far better start than us, even Fulham. So it's going to be a difficult game. Like I said, you've got some good attacking players, Mikel Antonio, Jared Bowen, Lanzini. Some good, you've got some class up top. Who could hurt us, because our defence at the minute is not what it was last season. Last season we had, I'd say, a very successful season, finishing comfortably in 9th position. And one of the main reasons we were where we were, and at one point even chasing for a potential Europa League spot, was because of how solid and resolute our defence was this season, and it's been shambolic. I mean, I don't know if any of you saw the Chelsea game. Chelsea are a good team, no doubt. However, they run us to pieces, absolutely tore us to pieces, run us ragged. And there's been quite a few times this season where even if for the large majority of the game we've been quite solid at the back, we have one key moment of the game where our defence just switches off and is all at sea, and it's just an absolute mess. Such as when we played Leeds and we lost to a late winner against Bamford. I've not got much hope whatsoever, especially coming up against players like Mikel Antonio, ex-Wednesday, no less. It's going to be, I think he could cause us a lot of issues as well. Jared Bowen in good form as well, had a good start to the season, made the transition from the Championship to the Prem rather seamlessly, I might say. So he could also cause us a lot of trouble, a fair bit of pace in him as well. I think if West Ham, not that you're not saying you're a long ball team, but I love John Egan in our defence, but he does struggle with balls over the top. If there's some balls coming over the top towards Jared Bowen, we could be in a lot of trouble at the back. Us ourselves, any good players we've got, our best player at the minute seems to be Sander Berger, but he can't do it all alone, and he's good, but he can't carry the team self-handedly. He's not exactly Lionel Messi. He's been very good for us, but he can't single-handedly carry the team towards victories. I don't know where. Hopefully we're going to get some standout performances from somewhere, but really, I don't really want. I say that we need a collective, cohesive effort from United to try and get anything from this game. We're struggling for goals. We're conceding for fun at the minute. I really don't know. I think my optimistic prediction would be 1-1, but I can definitely see West Ham winning this 2-1, 2-0. It's not going to take much effort. It's just going to take a few moments. I was about to say a few moments of brilliance. Not really. It's not going to require much brilliance from West Ham, I say. Just a bit of persistence and wait for our defence to inevitably switch off. And that should be fairly straightforward from there for your attacking players. Mikel Tony, it's not going to be hard. I think midfield, obviously Mark Noble, a great gritty midfielder, veteran for the club. We're missing, I'd say, our equivalent in a lot of ways. John Fleck, another midfielder. Okay, not been at the club as long as Mark Noble's been at West Ham, but another short, stocky, commanding central midfielder who wins those key battles and can drive the team forward. And, I'm not sure if Noble will play. Obviously, we'll find out, but I think he could be key in the midfield battles for West Ham. Hopefully, our players... let's say Sander Berger plays, he can also, I think he could hopefully neutralise West Ham's midfield. He's got great footwork. The ball seems to stick to his feet. He's got a decent size about him. He can win a good tackle. He seems to do well with tricky midfield battles. There might be tight spots where you think he's lost it, and he comes away with it and distributes it calmly, with great composure after being under pressure. So hopefully that Sander Berge can win those key midfield battles for us, and try and mount some sort of attack from there. Like I said, we haven't got the wind from our sails that was the vociferous Sheffield United support that we all know about. I'm sure West Ham fans will know about as well, for those that went to Bramall Lane back in January, I believe. So that is costing us big time. West Ham seem to have adapted to not having fans there much better. That's because your stadium's too big and you can't even hear them. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard. We desperately need a result. We desperately need a result from somewhere. This season, we have lost every game bar one, which was a draw against Fulham. And even then, we almost lost. So we are in dire form. I think West Ham, if anything, the danger for you is that you might think it's too easy, to be honest. If you might get a bit complacent, whether you will or not, it's yet to be seen. But to be fair, you could come into this as cocky and as arrogant as you want, and I think you'll still quite comfortably win. Because I don't think we don't have it in us to punish any complacency you may or may not have. It's really depressing at the minute. I'm not bigging us up whatsoever. I say my optimistic is a 1-1. I think it might become quite gritty. I think we're going to have to resort to being a gritty Yorkshire club, which I'm not really that proud of. I'd rather us try and play our best football, but it's simply not happening. It's like we simply just don't know how to play like we used to, and I really don't know what's happened. I feel like the squad's weaker for us. We've lost. The thing is, we've lost the fight as well. We've lost the fight. We were never blessed with the same levels of talent that Liverpool and Man City had, but we had a fight. We had a fight in us. We had a fire, a grit to our play, a passion to our play, and it's simply gone. It's just a shambles at the minute. We look to panic on the ball. We look scared to be on the ball. We look like we don't want to be on the ball. We can't find a pass. We give possession away to the opposition, and we don't even make it hard. Last season, when teams beat us, they had to work hard. Now they don't have to work hard at all. It's depressing to watch. It really is. It really is depressing to watch. The only time I've enjoyed watching us this season was away at Liverpool, when actually we played quite well. I thought we started well against Chelsea, then just gave up the game, gifted it back to them, and we just fell apart and we gave up. And I didn't think I'd be saying that about a Chris Wilder side. But yeah, we need to find that passion, that fire in our belly again that has seemingly been extinguished. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to this game whatsoever. I can see it being quite gritty. Hopefully it's quite gritty, because that probably means that we're putting up some sort of a fight. And hopefully, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Hey guys, Justin here from Chicago. Little match preview for the Sheffield United match this upcoming weekend. Let's start with a little predicted lineup. I'm hoping Angelo is fit for 90 minutes. If so, I think you trot out the same lineup that you did for the Fulham match. It wasn't a pretty win, but it was a win, and the team has been playing well in that lineup and that formation. If Angelo isn't fit for 90 minutes or can't even make the bench, which I hope doesn't happen, you put Diop in there. He played pretty well when he came on. Antonio, I hope he's fit. I wouldn't say trot him out there for the start. Maybe off the bench, especially if we need a goal or two. But hopefully we're not in that situation. Sheffield United, they're bottom of the table, haven't gotten a win. Cue West Ham. You just know that they're due for a win. They played really well last year, and I think they're a little better than the results have shown. And if you look at the results, most of them haven't been bad. They've had a couple bad losses, including 4-1 to Chelsea a couple weekends ago. But most of their losses have been by one goal. They're struggling to score right now, and they may struggle to score again on the weekend. But again, just a team that's looking for that first win. West Ham is the gift that keeps on giving, so I'm slightly worried. I do think, though, I'm confident that West Ham will win. This team seems to have a sense of togetherness and camaraderie that I think has a lot to do with David Moyes and his style of management. We're relatively healthy, and I'm going to predict a 2-1 victory for the Hammers. Hopefully we can celebrate 3 points this weekend. Hope all is well with everyone. Cheers.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. Never miss a thing with the latest West Ham news, gossip and social stories as they break. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.